In 2009, London Metropolitan University announced the closure of Hornsey Road Nursery in a desperate attempt to cut costs. UNISON, alongside UCU, the Students' Union and the Parents' Group, have been campaigning in the last year to keep it open. So we're here today to talk to parents and staff at Hornsey Road to find out how would the closure of their nursery affect them.
Oh, I feel really sad. It's a really good provision.
We're really upset that with the decision that the university decided to close the nursery.
And I just think it's dreadful, the idea of the nursery closing.
And, it's a shot in the foot for the university to close it down, and even considering to close it down, they should really be supporting it and, just doing a complete U-turn.
I'm not happy at all because it's very convenient for us as parents.
We are very disappointed that there are plans to close the nursery because the staff, they are giving a fantastic service to our children. I mean, we come in the afternoon to pick them up and they don't want to leave. Say, you want to go home? Say, no, I don't want to go. So that's really very encouraging.
The decision to close the nursery last year was very quick. And there was a real failure, I think, to consult both trade unions and to fully consult with the parents in particular that use the nursery. I think UNISON has really welcomed the opportunity that the new Vice-Chancellor has given us to present a case for the retention of the nursery.
I think it's going to be so hard for rest of the parents who cannot put their kids in other nursery because the fees is so high.
They've closed all the other nurseries at the unis. Close this one. I don't understand how they'd expect us to study. It would be very difficult.
It's a question of studying or not studying, and that's what it boils down to. That enabled me to go back to university. And it's a great nursery, so it's fantastic.
I don't think they've looked at it. They've made a snap decision, in my opinion, to look at the nursery, said, well, we can't afford the maintenance, can't afford the staff, can't afford the subsidies, let's get rid of it.
Well, I think they need to reevaluate what they're going to put their money into, because they spent £30 million on a science centre. That's all well and good, but I think they've got to look at the society they provide to as well.
I think also with Hornsey Road Nursery, it's something that we should be proud of. It's a real quality service that is acknowledged locally as such. It's acknowledged by Ofsted as being a quality service and something worth protecting in itself.
My message would be to seriously consider whether closing the nursery is a sensible thing to do. I know that the university is in financial situation, but nonetheless, cutting such a vital service I think is short-termist, and actually the amount it costs to run the nursery compared to the wider financial dire straits that the university is in is really small fry by comparison. So look to other cost-saving measures rather than shutting a vital service.
Having a nursery within the university is an advantage because then because when students wanted to go and look for different places, they said, well, that university doesn't have this available, this university doesn't have, but London Met has brilliant, excellent nursery. Why don't we then go to London Met and study there?
What would you say to the new Vice-Chancellor?
I would say that you should consider what the parents, the students and the staff are really saying.
You can't just cut everything. It's not the nursery's fault that we're in this financial situation. So I'd advise him to just try and help us out a bit and show us that he does care about the students who have children.
Markham should really consider the fact that student does need this kind of help in order for them to study and continue to study and better themselves.
I'll tell him to come here and have a look at his own, have a look with his own eyes, and truly see what the impact is on students, and how something like this can really change lives. That's what it's all about.
What we ask is a chance, an opportunity, given a time, working together between staff and the parents and the university. I'm sure there are ways.
Rather than seeing the nursery as simply a drain on funds, that it should be seen as something that the university should invest in order to maintain access to its broader services.
Because this is the this is a money-making venture that the university owns, and it doesn't own many of those. So why close the one thing that generates money?
I mean, if they're trying to rebuild our reputation, which has had a few knocks in the last few years, cutting the nursery and taking away a service that many people in the past, present and future would, benefit from, I think it's nonsense.
Okay, fantastic. Do you want to say anything else?
Yes, save our nursery, please.